unstoppable. It's pretty much about resilience and being the adaptive being we are. As soon as we learn this adaptability, that we are so adaptable, that we are not the same person that we were 24 hours ago. We have the ability to rebuild, and renew every day. That's the unstoppability within us.
The Podcast's Empire, podcast mastery for women in business.
Welcome to another unstoppable episode of the Podcast Empire. Today we have an unstoppable guest joining us. BRIDGET CLARE is an author who has unlocked the secrets to leaving an incredible legacy through overcoming adversity, and her remarkable insights and experiences have touched the lives of countless individuals, inspiring them to rise above challenges and make their mark in the world. Now, get ready to embark on a transformative journey as we delve into the wisdom and resilience of our unstoppable guest. BRIDGET CLARE is one of the collaborative authors in the Unstoppable Book Number 3 series, wonderfully produced by Elsa Morgan. The first two were Amazon #1 bestsellers. This is about to be launched very, very soon. So sit back, relax, grab a cuppa, put your feet up, and prepare to be inspired as we explore the power of perseverance and the legacy we can all create. Let's begin this unstoppable conversation. Welcome, BRIDGET CLARE, to the Podcast Empire.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tracey. It's lovely to be here. I'm grateful to be able to share with you.
Well, it is an exciting time, and the world needs women leaders and visionaries and critical thinkers and disruptors like yourself, BRIDGET, that is helping other women. You're an intrinsic health coach, you're a nutritionist and naturopath, and you're helping people, women, to really rise above and be a better version of themselves. Now, your chapter is called Remember Me in the Unstoppable book series. What inspired you to write a chapter about overcoming adversity and leaving a legacy?
Wow, my life has been a life of pivots and having to weave my way through and navigate through these adaptations that we need to do in life. And from word go, when I was young, I've always been a daydreamer and lost in that other realm, and always tried to be pulled back by the societal norms, I guess, and what we're meant to be doing, or what these program beliefs are put within us, or programmed within us through different diagnoses that we have, whether we have that through medical systems or school systems, or even the parenting systems that we have, can really progress us into these belief systems that aren't us. And so I went through life pivoting, trying to find my way. And it wasn't until I really had my daughter at the age of 33 that she was damaged through pharmaceutical, through a vaccine. And that took me down a whole realm of natural health. I was already a beauty therapist and body therapist, but then I went deep in, and I got a Bachelor of Health Science in nutrition, naturopathy, and herbal medicine. And I practiced for many years, and then and had consult rooms and things, and built my own health shop actually as well. But then when my marriage broke down and that all sort of fell apart, another pivot had to happen. And I have brought my daughter up on my own pretty much. And through that journey have just wanted to be there with her. So have started many different businesses, and, to be able to work my own hours and not be within that system and the programming of these beliefs. I've sort of burnt that letter many years ago. And so it's led me in this journey of different realms and different learnings. Some of the most recent have been my rongoa journey, my journey into traditional Māori medicine, or our own cultural medicine, because I actually whakapapa, if you'd like, to Waitaha, who are the oldest iwi in New Zealand. And when we go back to that ancient, and really pull from our ancient core, we know, we all have this intrinsic knowing within us. And so it's an awakening of our wisdom, a remembering of self. And when we do this, we can actually remember ourselves back into community. Because through this journey, I've been quite isolated, both in, being a single parent and in my journey through, wanting to be there for my daughter, but being an entrepreneur, woman entrepreneur, and not really getting to the next level because it's been quite difficult for me. When my marriage did break down, I had a business, but he lovingly took the working capital and left me bankrupt basically. And it wasn't until I sort of got through the next 7 years of doing this journey that I was able to really make some sense of it. And when I did, it was all sort of superficial, really. So I got a credit card and took my daughter on a 3-month trip around Asia.
Who wouldn't?
you know,
Wonderful.
and we have to pivot. We have to find that place where we can, we've got adversity everywhere. We've got challenges everywhere, and life is just full of that. It's the way that we can adapt and navigate through and find our neutral space. That's a lot of what my journey has been, finding my neutral space and finding that magic. And when I talk about the neutral space, that's your pito, that's your center. It's your core. And when we look at the core of us, it forms, the sacrum and the hips form like this deep radar that emanates this amazing vibrational energy that comes right up through the core of us and emanates out through our pineal gland or our third eye, and really allows this holographic existence that we are of these light beings. And we need this energy to be able to emanate our true being out into the world. And it's remembering these things and really reclaiming that power, because we're such regenerative, self-healing, self-organizing, miraculous phenomena that we don't give that credit back to ourselves. And it's coming back to that. And that's what my journey's been about. And I've had such a, there's been many challenges through my journey, and along that journey, I lost my sister, my older sister, to drugs. She got entangled in that world, which I could very easily have gone with her. But something really pulled me out of that, a sickness where I had to do some healing. I ended up with hepatitis through that journey, and got pulled out. And it's been these universal shifts and these pivots that have really allowed me to grow into this awareness of who we really are and how distracted we've been from our true self, and that is nature. Ka'o te taiao te taiao ka'o. And that means I am nature, nature is me. So it's just that remembrance. So we have to remember to forget that programming and all those beliefs, because within that word belief lies the word lie. And I'm a bit of a word weaver. And then remember ourselves, remember our deep intrinsic knowing, and remember ourselves back into nature's community, back into the community around us, and really find our scope. Often I say it's like the landscape. We're in this picture puzzle, and we're all these unique pieces that once we all fit together, ko tahitanga, because we are one, we won't have any gaps, and none of our people will fall through anymore. And nature will thrive from this beautiful landscape that we build together. Yeah.
I love the way you took us on the journey, and thank you very much for showing your strength through that vulnerability and overcoming that adversity, and all the golden nuggets you just shared that will be very relatable with our audience that are looking for that sign of who to connect with to lead them to unlock their prison or potential as well. If you were to sum up what unstoppable was to mean in one sentence, what would that be?
Oh gosh, unstoppable. It's pretty much about resilience and being the adaptive being we are. As soon as we learn this adaptability that we are so adaptable, that we are not the same person that we were 24 hours ago. We have the ability to rebuild, and renew every day. That's the unstoppability within us. Every fleeting moment is not defined by an emotion. It's defined in the way we deal with that emotion and let that emotion flow through us. That's more than one sentence, but
That's fine.
it's that adaptability. It's that ability to know the power we have, and really awaken that intrinsic knowing, that wisdom, to be able to just step the next foot forward. Because along my journey, Tracey, I haven't wanted to make some of those steps. It's been difficult, and those emotions really take a form, and you can let them define you for some time if you choose to, but we have to choose to move forward, and that is what it is to be unstoppable.
I love
And
that. And things don't change unless things change. And we do have to do the hard stuff that we don't feel like doing to come out the other side a different, a more improved person, a person with more perspective, whatever it looks like for you in your own uniqueness. And what you shared then about actually, going through the hard times to come out the other end, because there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. Now, your chapter, Remember Me, can you maybe share a little bit of a sneak peek into your chapter and maybe some specific strategies or a technique that you share in the book of overcoming adversity to leave a legacy?
yes. Oh, I'd love to. Thank you, Tracey. My journey has really been about a whole pivot from birth to now. And I've been thrown into so many situations. So, when I share in the book, it's really about knowing that we can pivot, that it is the perspective that we take. To know unconditional love is to know oneself and to really feel grief. I am because I feel, not I am because I think. And so when we feel and touch and really, move into situations where it feels uncomfortable, that's where the magic happens. That's where the biggest growth occurs. And that's the evolution, the expansion of self. And every lesson is a learning. And those learnings are the true earnings in life. None of the money can buy us these lessons and the ability for us to grow from them, but it's really our choice. So, it's how you choose it. There's many stories that we could, go into, but it is a choice how we see things. One of my mentors was swimming in deep in the ocean, and he had this big gray matter come towards him, and basically he thought he was dead, and the next thing, he was just surrounded by this school of fish, and they moved as one with him. Beautiful. And then he was just so in awe of it. And then next thing, these bombs started going off next to him. And he looked around, and it was these pelicans diving into the water, eating the fish. And he tried to stop the pelicans from eating the fish. But the fish shared with him because he'd become one with them and their energy. That energy is never lost. It's only ever transformed. And this was their journey, becoming the wings of the pelican. And that is their next energetic journey. So, it's all about perspective and how we see things. And so it's beautiful if we can look at it in a different light and see things when they come to us, and see the beauty within, and really feel that unconditional love for the way that nature shows us the way.
Absolutely. And what a wonderful experience for your mentor as well. That would just be life-changing, wouldn't it? Just to be able to be put into that position and just be one with nature, because especially as a naturopath, as a nutritionist, as an intrinsic health coach, what we say we do, we are, right? How we do one thing is how we do everything. And now, you are an entrepreneur, You have been for quite a while. Do you have maybe 3 tips for anyone thinking about starting a business?
Wow. Be adaptable, because many things happen on the journey of life. I had a business, and I had a home, and many things have gone, by the wayside because of different priorities and because of different, energies that come in. And so it's being adaptable and to ride that wave. Life is a wave. It's a vibrational wave. And to be in that frequency, to really ride the wave and see the joy in every moment, to try and find that joy is what it's about. There were many moments that I was working many hours, and it was the joy in spending the time with my daughter, and choosing the time that I could go on school trips. I could do all of these things because I had the freedom to do so. But I also have grown so much through those times. And I wouldn't say that I'm very money orientated. That hasn't been a huge driver for me, but although it is coming in now because I really want to be able to manifest that side of things. But my whole journey is about giving and being able to serve people on their journey and showing them the way. So, it depends where your passion is, and where your passion is where you should be sitting. And if you can adapt and keep that passion, you'll survive, you'll thrive. It's more than surviving, it's thriving and finding that joy. So there's beauty everywhere, all around us, if we can just see the beauty in the little things, and it becomes the big things.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Adaptability in business is a great business tip. And what kind of message would you like to leave the audience on today?
You can remember yourself with ease, and you can forget all of these belief systems that have been given to you, all the diagnoses from the Western medical systems, from the schooling systems, from the different systems that we've been led to believe that are truth. So we can reclaim our path forward and really build a better way where we're in reciprocation and love with nature. And I think that is the different paradigm. I have a business meeting on Monday, and actually we're going to the beach and having a swim and having our business meeting, in nature. That's the way we should be working, not under artificial lighting where our bodies don't know, what we're doing. So it's very easy to reclaim self, to reclaim and awaken your intrinsic wisdom, and really come back and flow back into your vibrational energy. That's you, and reclaim your journey, not just your health journey, but your journey, your holistic journey.
Oh, some
To really,
powerful words indeed, because there's such power in the unlearned. That's where the lessons are, right? I love what you shared. I loved it. Thank you very much for joining us, Bridget, on this unstoppable episode. And we hope that you found our conversation with this inspiring, unstoppable author as captivating as what I did. So, if you're ready to embark on your own journey of resilience and leaving a lasting legacy, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more empowering content. And while you're at it, we'd greatly appreciate it if you could leave a review and share your thoughts with Bridget from today's episode. To dive even deeper into the world of the Unstoppable book series, be sure to grab your very own copy. The link is in the show notes, and immerse yourself in the stories that will ignite your determination and push you to be the best version of yourself. Connect with our unstoppable guest. Her links are in the show notes as well. And stay updated on Bridget's latest insights and projects. Remember, it's never too late to start creating your own unstoppable legacy. Thank you once again for joining us, Bridget. And we can't wait to share more unstoppable stories as part of this series. And we will see you in the pod. Thanks, Bridget.
The Podcat's Empire, podcast mastery for women in business.